be the first time I am playing Final Fantasy V's 4-job Fiesta, given that it's the month for it. I figured it would be as good a time as any to try my hand at it. That being said, I've only beat Final Fantasy V once, so I'm not exactly the most knowledgeable on everything that there is in the game. I'm also not the most up-to-date on different types of strategies and stuff. I have learned quite a bit, but I am happy to try it out. I do know that the beginning's going to be kind of hard because I have the Thief, which, as people who play Final Fantasy V probably know, the Thief you get a dagger and a knife in the beginning, and then you have to try and grind out more daggers from the sunken ship. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, so it's first run. Let's get through this. I'm gonna try and not over level, but I might have to grind on some parts. That's just how things go, you know? We're good. Okay, new game. Let's get this going. One thing I enjoyed that they added in Final Fantasy VI was actually the ability to be able to cut or skip the cutscenes. Or at least a couple of them anyways. I was hoping that they would eventually add that to this, but they didn't, so I don't know. It is what it is. We get to watch this long cutscene to begin with. It's funny because as a kid, like, I played through this a lot. I had the Game Boy Advanced version of this, but I could never beat it. I got to the second world, and I was up against X-Death, and I just couldn't beat it. But that's also because when I was younger, I didn't really know what I was doing. I was literally just, I was using my dancer and stuff that really just was not helpful, was not great. I had like 2 dancers, it was not a good time. Like I had like a white mage, 2 dancers, and then something else that just didn't help me at all. I didn't really have any understanding of like how the jobs worked, and how they helped each other. Just how they worked well together. Something I always thought about that I guess didn't really make sense was when the water crystal goes and everything else goes. Well, so the wind crystal starts first, and that would like also be like oxygen and stuff. So how are they able to breathe? Is kind of like my thought, I guess. But it's probably best to just don't dig too deep into all of that. There's something kind of nice in the simplicity of old Final Fantasies, though, where all of the characters kind of get together on a whim. There doesn't have to be some crazy, over-the-top reason. It just is, which is nice. Like here, a meteorite falls, they all see each other, and that is that. I get a decent combo of jobs. If I get one that can smash rods, I know that's going to make things a lot easier. If I don't, that's going to be a whole other thing. Okay. Off we go. I'm also pretty new to streaming. I've only really ever done it a couple times before, and that was back in the day on Twitch, so don't mind me as I get used to everything and comfortable with everything. Well, that's not gonna work for me at all. Time to run. I want to know how she got knocked out in the first place and just getting carried off by goblins. I don't understand. It makes no sense. Okay, we got it. Thank you so much. We got it. Okay. See, I always have a hard time with naming this character because usually I name it like my name, but that also doesn't work or make sense because like he's straight, so like whatever. Let's just name him after the channel. Make it easy. Something I do appreciate about these remakes when you play them on the computer is that you can just type in the name. Yes. Time stream. It's always funny to me when like YouTubers and streamers and stuff do literally like the silliest names for their characters. Like time stream makes no sense. It's okay. Also, it's interesting that in the art for certain characters, especially like female characters, they just have kind of like normal hair, and then in their sprites they have the really vibrant colors. I really enjoy that. made of rock and steel for sure, this old man. Sakes alive, what's happened? I don't remember. Amnesia. As more people join and watch, I'll have to have you guys let me know if you want dialogue read or not, because I assume most people that are going to be watching this have already played this game since it came out in like 91. Granted, I don't think we really got a release for it until much later, but still, it's been out for a while. He's really like, you just got carried off by these goblins, but you'll be fine. You have an old man that doesn't remember anything. He will protect you, I promise. Granted, she's, I don't know. I mean, I'd say she doesn't really need protecting because she gets the abilities that she gets, but, like, girl, you were being carried off by a fucking bunch of goblins. Like, that's just not it. Sassed by a bird. Like, birds are generally really sassy, but it's just funny. Yeah, I think for now I'm just gonna default to kind of get into the dialogue, because I've already seen it all before. It's not anything new for me. Goblins materialize out of thin air. This and play FF5 all the way through because I watched that Blockbusters and his whole series of clearing the game with all the different drops. That helped me learn a lot about the game and figure out what exactly like I've been doing wrong my whole life playing this game, and it honestly made it a lot more fun. I have a lot more love and respect for this Final Fantasy now than I used to. Alright, now so start. She is not going to be able to make it to Tool this way. Geographically, Tool is also in such an interesting location. Like, how did they get... I guess if this is, like, set in, like, Middle Ages time, because, you know, magics and swords and whatnot, I guess it kind of makes sense. They'd be self-sufficient, but it's just kind of funny. Like, you know, you'd think that there would be commerce and stuff since there's ships in the game. It makes you wonder how exactly they get their deliveries if they've had the Torna Canal locked up this whole time. Like, are they actually in a famine and we just don't know? Is it not shown? I need to stop overthinking everything. It's not helping me. Until we decide to ditch the bird at the beginning of the cave and never come back for him. Poor Boko. mysterious water. Let's go drink it. So like how Gallup comes here with literally nothing. Like absolutely nothing. Like I know what his backstory is. He came because like the crystals are in danger and he's trying to protect them. Obviously he doesn't remember that because amnesia hit his head and has like a major concussion or something. But he really flew here on a goddamn meteorite with nothing. He really said, X-Death, you about to catch these hands. Period. Level up. Not so secret switch on the wall. All of your rows get flipped around, but it's more devastating like later on, where it matters more. I'll also have to find out from you guys, whoever ends up joining the stream, if I should use boosters or not. No damage. That's the negative side of having the walking seat set to run. Sometimes you miss things that you're trying to get to, especially in this version of the game, or really in the Pixel remasters. Because, yeah, it goes in 8 directions instead of 4, which makes things a little awkward. I also think this is so funny too. A pirate just comes to check, and then you walk out, and then you walk up there, the pirates are all asleep. Also, Homegirl set out on this quest and doesn't know the ways of the world. She's like, maybe these pirates that steal things and do whatever else will help us if we just ask nicely. Yes, bitch, we're trying to steal your ship. We have places to go. Y'all are just sitting here. Just think about if Lena's pendant didn't end up shining in that exact moment, where they would all be right now. They'd still be locked up underneath the pirate ship. Granted, Ferris probably would have seen it sooner or later. I really like the Final Fantasies that allow you to name all of your characters, rather than naming just one. So like this one, I wish you could name all of them, because it wouldn't really change the story all that much. And kind of the same thing with Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy VIII, you can only name, obviously, Squall and Noah, but the others are what they are. And that really wouldn't change the story either. Because no voice acting. And don't make me shy for crunching. Time to have a snack. So, for anyone that doesn't know about this story, there is more to Ferris's whole shtick, and there's a reason that Ferris is like, okay, we're going to go to the wind shrine now and untie them. It makes sense. And you kind of get hints of it in the main story. Well, no, I guess not. The only way you really find out without getting to the end of the story is by some side quests. Like talking to some old lady and staying at Tycoon Castle. Ferris has a sea dragon doing unpaid labor. So rude. Off we go. It's like, do you need me to get you to the wind shrine? You noob? It's interesting to me that there are no... daggers or knives for sale at the whatchamacallit, at the shop and tool. Alright, my characters are in horrible conditions. I was just gonna skip this whole dialogue and go straight upstairs, but I have to use these pots that are here. Soundtrack slaps. Most all of the Final Fantasy soundtracks slap, though, to be honest. I have a song from at least one song from each of them that I really enjoy. Even from Final Fantasy II, if you can believe it. So, in my experience, the best thing to do is just try and get to the top as fast as possible, because there's broadsword up there. Because I have freelancer only until the first job is unlocked, might try and grind a little bit, potentially. We'll see, I don't know. For anyone who does not know, you can look at it right there. The thief has an ability called hidden passageways or something like that that allows you to see those, but... Okay, you get a broadsword. You get a broadsword. And you get a broadsword. And I think there's like a shield or something, maybe? Grind a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Because I'd like to be set up for not a horrible thing going forward. And I'm not gonna suffer going into this stupid shit. I'm also gonna need to stock up on potions, because Siren is used to them and her and I won't have magic, so I think one of the best jobs to get starting here is like blue mage. You can get goblin punch and you can back row, makes it really easier. Yeah. I just want to get a little bit more money before I move on in. That's all. Is that too much to ask for? The battles moved at like this speed with the boss battle, but they're not. Oh, what's it? I'm gonna hold on to that. Alright, you stupid bird. As far as this boss goes, there's really not any like crazy strategy to it. You just have to beat it down. Heal if you need to, I guess, but Breathwing is I want to say it's like an HP percentage attack. So, yeah. The battle's not harder, as long as you get distracted. Not pay attention and all you guys die. Okay, up we go. Where is it? Here it is. You know, the amount of times that I never saw that hidden passageway when I was playing this map here, how stupid could I possibly be? A staff that I won't be able to use. Well, yeah. Well, maybe. No, because by the time I get like other jobs, like that's not going to be useful. So yeah. Oh no, the crystal shattered. That's so crazy. courage. They all get their own flame essence. So basically, for anyone that doesn't know, the way that 4-job Fiesta works is you get one job randomly selected for you from each crystal, and you have to use all 4 of the jobs you're given. So by the time you get to all of your jobs unlocked, one character has to be each of those jobs. So like all 4 jobs have to be used. You have to make it through the game in that manner. That being said, if you have, like, let's say 1 job, or 2 jobs, we'll say, as long as one person each is the recipient of said job, like as long as there's one of each in your playing field, you could really do whatever it is that you wanted to do, like in a combination. So for example, let's say, for me, I like to kind of go in order, like down the line. The wind to Bart's, water to Lena, so on and so forth. That's just me. It's not required. That's just me. Let's say we got like Thief, and then the next one was like Time Mage. Then you could, as long as you have one of them is a Thief and one of them is a Time Mage, you could have the other 2 as Time Mages, or the other 2 as Thieves. And you have to try and think of like, okay, what would be most beneficial to apply to another job, kind of thing. Because other jobs can use abilities from like starting jobs. I don't think that Thief is gonna have anything particularly good. At least not anything that could be gotten in a reasonable amount of time. Because like equip daggers would be nice, I guess. I think it gets that, but then again, like pretty much every class can equip daggers. So, I don't know. I don't think that Thief is going to be offering anything that important, so... Plus, I'll always have one. So, by the time that I get there to having all the jobs, or the next job even, I'll probably have a full party of the next job, unless it's just... So now, from this point on, I have been freelancer this whole time. I have to switch to Thief, because that is the job that was picked for me to begin with. Alright. Nothing now. I mean, I think steel is situationally useful. Alright, let me go through and just optimize all this in there. Okay, I can't remember who has the better strength stat. Okay, Gallup and Ferris are tied. I'll probably throw the knife on Ferris. Bart's will get the knife. Or the dagger, I mean. Definitely a rough one to start out with. White Mage can be pretty rough to start out with also. But Thief is mainly rough just because you don't get any of the equipment that you need to start with. Like, you don't get any weapons and whatnot. Like, so it's just going to be really weak. That being said, I think it's going to be better value for me to just have those 2 in the back row until I can, you know, get all their stuff squared away. That's what I have to say. This is one of those games, too, that has a lot of replay value, but I'm going to hop in here real quick and just use this rather than paying Why do that? Okay, now I'm gonna save it. But this is going to be an interesting time. It's interesting. Actually, never mind. I think that I would eat backwards. I don't think what I was about to say makes any sense at all. So I'm just not gonna. Alright, and then Ferris leaves. It might seem silly, but I honestly, like, it's a little bit obnoxious to me that Ferris leaves, since anytime you want to shop, you have to, like, watch the whole cutscene of Ferris coming back in. And so I'd rather just get this cutscene over and done with, so the Ferris comes with us and that's that. Bart gets up and flexes his muscles like a weirdo. And then we're going to reminisce about his father. That being said, one of my favorite themes in Final Fantasy V is about to be played. Home Sweet Home. It's simple, but it's pretty. I see you, Zoc, you creeper. Watching Lena while she sleeps. It sounded more like a crystal than a key, but you know, like, what do I know? Off we go. Just in the event that we happen to get Bard as one of our other options. So you might be wondering, how do we get them to move? Well, you sit here and then they give you a lap dance. Because Final Fantasy back in the day was rather lewd. You can just move and then go play the piano. Anyways, one of the side quests in this game is for Bard. And after you get all of the, after you all play all the pianos, and level up your skill, then you get a song for it. I think it's a good song from what I remember, not entirely sure. I don't know. And there are missable pianos, believe it or not. But I'll get to explore this whole, like, world before having to go anywhere or leave or anything, so... I really love Ferris's color scheme. Purple and green are like my two favorite colors. Okay, time to go back in here. And I'm gonna have to buy a good amount of potions. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a bad time. Because I don't think... Like I said before, I don't think that there's... Yeah, it's just... As flexible as this game is, I don't think they ever intended for you to play a party of only thieves. Yeah, I might as well boost my survival chance as much as possible. Since they're gonna hit like weapons. They're just gonna be the potion chuckers, I guess, because... What else can they do? They don't have a new weapon yet. Okay, 32. Okay, let's see. Off we go after this next cutscene. There's so many cutscenes. Know why he was thinking about his dad, it's because his dad also protected crystals, and he's dead, I think. Either that or he's off traveling somewhere, I guess. There we go. Too much sense. This is up to potion, I guess. So you have ability points in this game, and those also will determine like how many you need until you get the next ability for the job you're using ability points from. Just the one. That is so helpful. If they soak up the hits, they're taking less damage, and that means that my damage dealers are taking less damage. Alright, paralysis. That's good. This hentai monster definitely really likes Goldman. Just gonna put that out there. Of course, both of them are. At least it's not the damage dealers, I guess. It could be worse, but definitely be worse. Oh, I spoke this. They're preemptively. Your best friend or something, Paris, but the really don't. And even though the wind crystal shattered, there's still a little bit of wind left for them to very slowly make their way over to who knows where. And by who knows where, I mean this fucked up ship graveyard. That's a great question. Okay, I don't think there's anything useful down here. I don't. Maybe a place to rest. Yes? Right, okay. That will help. Okay, do it. Alright, that's locked. Super fast because we're thieves. Okay. So the skeletons on occasion drop daggers. I'm gonna see if I can get some to Ooh, a whole 6 damage. You're doing so good. what exactly the drop rate of those is, though. This time I'm finding pretty much only skeletons. Passages. Okay. Let's see. What does this say? Love to see it. Give it to Gallup because he has a higher strength stat. I'll get Lennis to her soon. Honestly, I can probably continue on like this. If I get another one, great. If not, it is what it is. I'm sure there'll be some for sale. Excuse me. Giving me a hard time, daggers. I really appreciate it. And if I get another one, that's even better, because then there it is. We'll get that dagger instead of an ear. It's interesting too that all the rest of them have fairly similar feet costumes, and Varys's has always been different. I think they're like good different though. I always have to check like barrels and stuff. They like to hide things. Okay, didn't realize that both of those were downstairs. Do a good amount of damage. I think they're only a step below broadswords. I think they're only at 1 point of attack below. Isn't that 5? Something like that. Reignited my interest in this game with this series, so shout out to him. Not that I haven't been means to shout out, shout him out too, but I do appreciate the work that he put in and the time and effort he took to make those videos, and not only make them, but make them better. They're very entertaining to watch. I still find myself going back to them. It's something I'm pretty into. get through alive. Eat them before they eat you. Sounds always helpful. I don't remember if they're expensive in this game or not, but they're usually very expensive. Oh, never mind. I was just fine. Another skill. It's dead, and it dropped you the dagger. What do you mean? I will take that, for sure. Oh, it's even worse than I thought. The dagger is double the attack power. I thought that the knife was like 10, well, not 7. Well, Marina, I guess. God damn it. I forgot about that hole. I think I only fell down that once. Doing? Okay, let's try this again. Having ungodly amounts of speed is the thing that's really kind of throwing me off right now. Here we go. That's better. Now we're going for rest. I wish a fire was that easy to start. And wouldn't you know it? Ferris is a girl. Shocking, I know. Why was she trying to hide it? Come on, Lena. Get some common sense. Where you're menuing a lot. Drift is like not really very good. Yeah, it is kind of odd that they have MP at all. Considering they just pick on the MP, like if they're sharing abilities with the White Ones, for example, they just get the MP, the magic stat from the White Ones. So, Thief's MP doesn't really make sense. Or any of the fighting classes, for that matter. Where I just need to run. Clear the game with ease, which will be interesting. Now we have Siren, but she works a little differently from sirens that you see in other media. So it's funny to me that Ferris gets caught by this, considering Ferris barely remembers her family at all. Granted, it's probably to kind of more further the point of, oh, she's one of the princesses of Tycoon, and she was lost. But yeah, I mean, Gallop is one of the so it's interesting that Ferris is, in my opinion. Let us eat your soul. Wow, what a great business pitch. Can you imagine some demon just coming up to you and being like, let me eat your soul, join me. I don't know who would agree to that. Like, oh my god, you know what, you're so right, demon. That would be so fun. Because they're my friends that I've known for like a day. I guess I can't judge too harshly. I've had like people that I met before where I'm like, I met them in like one day. I'm like, I feel like I have known you my whole entire life. restorative things also. Because it's not just healing spells, it's also potions. That's what I stocked up on. Quite a few. Because otherwise I'd be sitting here while she beats the shit out of me and not be able to do anything. So. Oh! That was nice of you. 50 damage is decent. Nothing crazy. So rude. Well, I didn't really want to use all those Phoenix Downs, but you know what? What can you do? Sure, yes. Please waste your turn in silence. Helps me immensely. Yeah, when Siren's in her undead form, she just, you know, casually triples her damage, that's all. Nothing super crazy. Bronze armor I probably won't be able to use. You saw my Phoenix sounds in the process. Yay, thanks, Siren. I'm saying thanks, Siren, but all those mistakes are my fault. I should have pulled up before the battle, and I didn't do that, so... No, it is what it is. And these suddenly have way more health. By these, I mean enemies. Okay, gonna rest. Have a good amount of gil, that's good. We can buy some stuff. It's probably gonna be items though. Is there a piano here or not? I really don't remember. Let's find out. So, before I do that, down here this way is an ice rod. Really hoping that I can use it. Let's check items. Weapons, I got those. Longsword doesn't help me, sir. These I will take. Any extra boost is helpful. Okay, now... Where is it? There is indeed a piano. I think there's 8 in total. I think. And the more you do it, the better it sounds. Is this still out? Yes. Okay. Off to the item shop. Brand. Because I don't have a healer. Playing with White Mage early on is not fun, but playing with them in the end of the game is great. Okay, going to Senile. And we're going up here to this mountain. The game doesn't tell you that. Well, I can't say that. The game might tell you that. I kind of stumbled upon it as a kid rather than talking to NPCs like I probably should have. There's probably some NPC that's like, oh, there's a wyvern on the mountain. And then the character's like, oh my gosh, I wonder if that's so-and-so's Drake. Or Drake. Whatever they're called in this game. So, we're gonna go do this. There's some point. Having the feed speed is gonna make this really a pain. They have far too much health for their own good. We love that. Love to see it. There would be passage, but there's not. It's so funny, these are so random, these headstones. So if you're a blue mage, you give them an ether. So, as a blue mage, you learn enemy abilities. If you give these headstones an ether and you splash, and you are a blue mage, then you will learn these no damage. I forgot that they attack with the corner of the zone and it hurts really bad. I'm ready for my next round. It's still going to be a weird. tosses it over, and Bart is like, yes, I caught this. And then they hammer it in real quick. I would be like, I'm not walking across that shit. Still gonna be getting hit by her stupid ass magic attacks, but for sure. How do I want to tackle this? I don't know. worst things she could be doing. Ugh. It's doable with more potions.